Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si G. Tonji. Marami po tayong pag-uusapan ngayon, kaya umpisahan na natin ang mga balita mula sa Asian Journal.
Asian Journal, the leading Filipino-American newspaper since 1991.
Joining us here in Los Angeles is Nepomuceno of Asian Journal to tell us the news this hapon.
Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat.
That's right. Hello.
At sa'yo rin, G, kamusta?
Okay naman. Simulan na natin ang ating mga balita. Marami-rami ito.
International Tribunal sides with the Philippines in case against China. In a huge victory for the Philippines, the UN Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, Netherlands, ruled that Beijing has no legal basis to assert sovereignty over most of the South China Sea. The landmark ruling issued on Tuesday, July 12, found that China's claims violate the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea and that the country has no historic right over the resources and territories, despite the centuries-old maps and guides it presented. FilAms on the East and West Coasts welcomed the ruling, with community members in New York rallying outside the United Nations headquarters in New York and outside of the Chinese consulate in Los Angeles. Signs and placards urged China to not be a rogue state and proclaim that the West Philippine Sea belongs to Filipinos.
All I gotta say about that is the Chinese sort of government are trying to be bullies. That's all I gotta say about that. But well, guess what? Spratleys is ours. Okay? Yes. Yun lang yun. Pero I mean, you know, matagal lang discussion to, di ba? And finally, eto na nga, it has been proclaimed that it is under Philippine territory. But the question is, what next?
Yeah, will they follow it? Kasi actually kahit before, meron ng ruling against that long time ago, and they just continued to debate it. So we'll see. Hopefully they will back off. That's what we want them to do with this ruling, pero let's see if they will actually do it.
Okay, moving on to some very good news indeed. Annie?
Yes, Bernie Sanders officially endorses Hillary Clinton for president. After a tempestuous primary season, Senator Bernie Sanders has officially endorsed Hillary Clinton to secure her position as the sole Democratic presidential candidate. The two held a joint rally in Portsmouth, New Hampshire on Tuesday, July 12, where Sanders had a strong following. Although Sanders deemed Clinton unqualified for the presidency in April, Sanders shared that her stances and plans on issues like immigration and the economy will lead the country in the right direction and that she is the best candidate to defeat presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump.
All right. When I heard about this, I was like, that's awesome. But I did watch a video that Jill Stein put out on Facebook that was really very interesting as well. So let's try to get all sides.
Tama yun. At saka ako ang kinatutuwa ko dito na talagang merong mga strength ng mga partido na sa prinsipyo ang pinag-uusapan. Siyempre nung nagrarally pa si Bernie Sanders because he was trying also to get the nomination, and as individuals they have certain stands. Pero siyempre para sa ikabubuti ng partido at ng general principles na kanilang pinaiiral, ganito ang mga nangyayari.
Okay, masayang storya yan. Ngayon, let's move on to #BlackLivesMatter. Annie?
Asian Americans show support for Black Lives Matter movement. In the wake of the shootings of two black men that reignited the conversation on racial profiling by law enforcement, Asian Americans are standing in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement. New York City-based ethnographer Christina Su started a Google Doc page and allowed contributors from all over the country to share research, perspectives, and thoughts about the movement to combat negative reactions of Asian Americans. Filipino Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Jose Antonio Vargas assisted in editing the final drafts of the letter. The letter is drafted in numerous Asian languages to encourage Asian Americans everywhere to empathize with the movement to stand up to racial inequality in America. Mom, Dad, Uncle, Auntie, Grandfather, Grandmother, we need to talk, the letter opens up. You may not have grown up around people who are Black, but I have. Black people are a fundamental part of my life. They are my friends, my classmates, my teammates, my roommates, my family. Today, I'm scared for them.
All right, and this is a discussion that we still need to have because a lot of Filipinos do not understand the severity of the situation that's happening here in America. Hashtag Black Lives Matter. We believe in it. We support it here on Kababayan Today. And we will fight and make our voices loud and proud for our Black community.
Yes.
All right. All right. Annie, maraming salamat for being here. But before tayo mag-break, eto, kung hindi nyo po alam, the FilAm Collective Music Show is happening around the corner. Annie, what are the dates?
It's on July 24 at the Ford Amphitheater. It's also sponsored by LA18 and Asian Journal as our media sponsors. And we're presenting the Filipino American artists. You know, kailangan po talaga natin suportahan yung mga artista na nandito dahil sila po ang nagre-represent sa ating kultura. And we really strive to do a good job. So we have the Philharmonic, they'll be coming up next week, and the Harana Men's Chorus, and we have some female singers, that's Sharon Orozco, Cecil Azare, and myself.
Ayan. So, supportahan natin yan, Annie. This is also at the newly renovated Ford Theater, di ba? Napakaganda po. Kaya, it's summer. Let's support our kababayans with the FilAm Collective Music Show that's happening July 24th at 6:30 p.m. Where can they get tickets, Annie?
Yes, everyone, please go to fordtheaters.org and click on July 24 or the FilAm Collective Music Show. They're going by e-tickets now, so you can surely buy your tickets there.
All right, maraming salamat, Annie.
Thank you.
At magbabalik kami dito sa Kababayan Today.